This is Thomas Pizzagno and Angelica Torres, reported on student life at St. John's University. Queens County is the most culturally diverse county of New York City, and St. John's is right in the heart of Queens. This expose will feature interviews with fellow students and faculty members to examine their thoughts on education life at St. John's.
Campus life is one of the most important aspects that students consider upon selecting a university. Clubs, cultural organizations, a friendly and fun environment, and a strong sense of community are among the few factors that students consider before making such an important decision. With such a diverse campus, we set out to interview students about their experiences at St. John's University. What's your name?
My name is Angela.
Okay, and where are you from?
I'm from Florida.
Oh, nice. So, what's your ethnic background?
I'm Chinese.
Okay, why did you choose to come here to St. John's?
I'm actually in the pharmacy program, and when I chose my college, I decided to look at different universities in the U.S., and I picked colleges with good pharmacy programs, and St. John's program really stood out to me.
Okay. Do you live on or off campus?
I live on campus.
Was it like a culture shock for you coming here because St. John's is so diverse?
No, everyone's really friendly, and I think people here get along pretty well. It's a close-knit community.
Okay. I guess you can say, what's the best thing about St. John's so far in your experience?
I just kind of like interacting with like different types of people. Like you said, it's really diverse here, and I think that, in Florida, the schools that I go to, there are less people, so, I didn't get to interact with everyone, as closely as I wanted to.
What about the programs and the organizations that the school has to offer? Do you take advantage of them?
Yeah, St. John's does a really good job offering a lot of events on campus.
Do you recommend St. John's?
Yeah, it's a good campus to go to. It's close to the city, but it's also at the same time not really loud, so you can kind of get away if you really need to.
Why don't you start off with telling me your name?
Danny Luke.
Okay, and what year are you in?
I'm a graduate student. I'm a part-time student in my second year currently.
Okay, are you originally from New York?
Yes, I live in Queens actually.
Okay, what made you want to come to St. John's?
Well, it was very convenient because it's among the choice schools, the business schools that I made, I think it was one of the better choices. It's very close to where I live currently, and I also work in the city, and I actually take advantage of their Manhattan campus, where I actually normally take classes on Wednesday night, but tonight's spring break, so.
Yeah, nice. While you were in undergrad, did you take a part in any of the clubs or organizations that the school has to offer?
No, but so while I was here, I did take part in some clubs.
Okay, nice. What do you find most appealing about St. John's?
I think it has a very good alumni network, and I think that it's also it's very well known within the New York City area. So I think anyone who gets a graduate degree from here would definitely, if they plan to work in New York City, it certainly holds a lot of weight since a lot of big companies here in New York know what St. John's University is.
Absolutely. Would you recommend St. John's to any incoming freshmen?
I think I would.
To come about St. John's University?
Just applied when I was a senior in high school. Got accepted.
When did you graduate?
2009.
So are you originally from New York?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What made you come to this campus?
It's not far from home, like 30 minutes. And yeah, Manhattan and Staten Island didn't seem like a good choice.
What is the one thing that you would say St. John's has to offer that most universities don't?
I guess like maybe student life would be one of the biggest things. The campus has a lot of connections with like the city. It's just being in the city atmosphere offers a lot of diversity.
Did you participate in any of the organizations?
Yeah, I participated in Student Psychological Association, the African Association, a couple of academic programs.
People choose to receive their college education at St. John's University because here they can learn more about cultural diversity than any standard curriculum can offer. This is Thomas Pizzagno and Angelica Torres reporting from St. John's University.